Ken, thanks for joining us today. Could you just sort of introduce yourself and your business and tell us a little about what we do?
Yeah, my name's Ken. I'm the MD for UK Nationwide Property Solutions Limited. We're a company that's engaged in property maintenance for corporate clients right across the country. So we look after around about 65, 70,000 rental properties through a variety of or a network of engineers. So it's quite important for us to make sure that we record all the jobs that come into us and are able to manage the output. So yeah, that's what we do.
Very good, very good. So why did you choose Zigaflow?
Well, we were with Tim a long time ago when it was fruitful, and Tim very kindly organised a database for us, which was an Microsoft Access database in those days. And of course, then Zigaflow was developed. So it was natural progression for us to go from what was the old database system into Zigaflow. So we've pretty much been with Tim right from the get-go.
Yeah. So you got of course you guys predate the content software. You're going back to the development days.
Certainly do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
we were here when the abacus was invented.
Fantastic. So what were the biggest challenges that you were facing kind of before I suppose before Zigaflow?
Well, because there's a lot of administration goes on with this job, because we're not only dealing with the corporate clients, we're dealing with their managing agents, we're dealing with tenants, we're dealing with a number of engineers, and all those elements need to be pulled together. And we need to keep records of everything that we do, every conversation that we have.
Yeah.
So that everybody's got a clear picture of what's going on. And obviously you get a situation where if somebody's out of the office and somebody else has to pick up on that job, they need to know exactly where we're at with that job rather than being left in the dark. Excuse me.
That makes a lot of sense. So would you say that's been the most kind of beneficial aspect for you then in terms of the business?
I would say that, along with obviously a lot of the improvements that have come along, specifically scheduled messaging is a real bonus for us, because we don't have to now manually keep advising our clients of the position of every job that they send through, because we can be dealing with anywhere between 50 and 100 jobs a week. And it takes a lot of time to try and keep on top of it all. Whereas now with Zigaflow, everything is pretty much automated, and we get reminders almost daily and tasks, so we know day by day what we need to be doing.
Yeah, excellent. No, that's great to hear. It's certainly one of the things that seems to be the most popular when we talk to customers. So obviously we're past the COVID we're past the COVID cough for now. You've obviously got there's a mixed bag, because you're obviously working with a network of subcontractors for kind of fulfillment. In terms of the kind of the internal team, is everybody office based? Were they working remote during COVID? How did that kind of work for you guys?
Yeah. I mean, obviously one of the big benefits is that we can get on Zigaflow wherever we are.
Yeah.
Which obviously gives me the opportunity to slip out of the country, have myself in Portugal, and keep in touch, and nobody knows any different.
Very good.
But I mean, during COVID, we had to close the office. The girls all work from home.
Yeah.
So it didn't interrupt our flow of work at all.
Fantastic.
Obviously, they missed that communication between themselves.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, we were able to maintain the same level of performance as we were.
Fantastic. No, that's great to hear. So I suppose there's two aspects to this. Obviously, it's working for you as the as the managing director of the business. What do your what do your internal team sort of think about Zigaflow? I suppose even the wider network of subcontractors. What's the general view on Zigaflow kind of in day to day working?
I think because I mean we used to have a situation where our clients require photographs of everything that we do. Yeah. Pre-Zigaflow, certainly pre the option to be able to get engineers to load up photographs directly from their phone whilst they're on site, straight into the job. I mean, that's a massive game changer for us.
Yeah.
Because prior to that, they'd go out on site, they'd take the photographs, go home, have the tea, forget all about it, go out and do another day's work, and we'd be chasing them constantly to get photographs back for the job. Well, now it can all be done while they're on site.
Yeah.
So from that point of view, the girls love it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, fantastic.
I mean, I suppose we only use 15-20% of the overall power of Zigaflow.
Yeah.
And when new things come in, it takes a little time to become accustomed and acclimatized.
Yeah, of course.
Once they get their head around it, it's great. Very straightforward.
No, that's brilliant. I mean, it's always the same, when we're dealing with customers, some people will use this kind of 15-20%, other people will use like 30% of it over here. The reality is there's probably very few customers that use 100% of the software. It's more about kind of giving all the options to customers to let them kind of use what they need. So presumably that comment that you made there about photographs and things, those photos essentially mean that's what gets you paid from clients.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, all the documentation that we require for our clients, like sign-off certificates and everything else, that all gets downloaded straight into the job.
Yeah.
And of course, now we've got the functionality of emails within Zigaflow.
Yeah.
Everything, and you can see what emails have come in and gone out for any particular job. It's it's really good. Excellent.
So, I mean, one of the things we quite frequently talk about with customers, and it's it is I suppose in some respects it's subjective, but we always talk about kind of underpinning businesses' ability to grow. Has UK Nationwide grown since you started using the software? As a business, in whatever way you see as kind of tangible growth, I guess.
It's certainly made us more efficient.
Yeah.
So, in terms of staffing levels, we're probably able to get away with one or two less staff than we would have needed if we weren't using Zigaflow. And of course, it will have an impact moving forward all the time, because the more efficient we are, the more business the client's likely to put our way.
Yeah.
And so, it's like anything else. If you keep people informed, then they're happy.
Yeah.
As soon as you stop doing that, that's when they start thinking, well, let's look around and see if we can find somebody else.
Yeah.
So from that point of view, it's been it's really been good for us anyway.
Excellent. So I think we do already know the answer to this, because I think we've kind of been there, done that, and got the t-shirt. But would you recommend Zigaflow to other businesses, and if so, why?
Well, the answer is yes, and the second part of the question is because of all the things that I've previously said. It in a business like this, and I'm guessing in retail or whatever type of business you've got, where you've got a lot of facets to that business that you really do need to tie together so that you can look at one screen and get an overall picture of what's going on. So I can see daily, what we've got outstanding, what's being done, what's got to be done. So I would most definitely recommend it.
Fantastic. No, that's excellent. Probably last couple of questions now, when I'll let you slip off back to Portugal. In one or two sentences, how would you describe the overall impact Zigaflow's actually had on UK Nationwide?
I think it's made me more aware of all the difficulties that the girls can face in the office.
Yep.
And it certainly made it easier for them to connect with both our clients and the engineers.
Yeah.
So I think it's probably made our job a hell of a lot easier.
Excellent, excellent. And if someone's watching this who's thinking about going down the route of getting a new sort of CRM software in the business, what would you say to them about why to choose us over another software provider?
I've looked at other software providers,
Yep.
And I don't know whether it's because of the relationship that I've had with Tim over the years, but Zigaflow fits all of our requirements, and I've not managed to find one. Certainly, when I was looking, I've not managed to find another database system out there that would actually, fit what we need.
Okay.
And as it's developed, I mean, certain things have come on which we've been looking for, and obviously you guys are more than happy to, with your R&D department, to keep putting in new stuff.
Absolutely.
So, it does the job for us.
Fantastic, fantastic. And I suppose the final one I'm going to throw in there is
You said that two questions ago.
I'll do one last one. I'm going to do a Columbo. Now. Just one more question. We don't profess to be the cheapest CRM software out there. There are a lot of cheap and cheerful platforms. Do we represent good value for money for UK Nationwide?
In a word, yes.
Splendid. Well, look, thank you very much, Ken. I greatly appreciate you taking the time to talk to us today. And yeah, thank you very much indeed.